a little bit earlier than the Facebook. You know, it used to be the Facebook, right? All right. Hey, Tiana, what's good? Island Jam Fitness, LLC. All right. I got some people in the building. Omar Bargana. Maybe I shouldn't say your whole name on there. Holly, what's up, everybody? Oh, my goodness. Oh, hey, Auntie Dorothy. Oh, Instagram is live. What about you, Facebook? Anyways, okay. So I am going to, and just so you know, I'm talking to two people right now. I'm talking to my Instagram people and I'm talking to my Facebook people. So we in a conversation right now. That's why I'm going back and forth. Alicia, hey boo. So here's the thing. I kind of want to get to it because I got a really good feeling that I could probably talk about this for about, I don't know, maybe my whole life. I definitely feel like this is something that many of us Black people specifically have been talking about their whole lives. And I know also that there are many marginalized people, gays, Latinos, you know, trans. Like I know that there are groups of people who are continuously oppressed and hated on because of who they are naturally, right? But right now this conversation is about Black people, okay? That's it. And I titled this video, and I guess before I go forward, because I do have a lot of new people who are especially following me on Instagram. Hey, Jen Prosher. My name is Shahara. I am a public speaking coach and trainer, and I help women entrepreneurs improve their public speaking skills and communication skills. It's about speaking with more credibility, confidence, and clarity so that you can make the progress that you desire in your business, right? And I did a lot of that in the corporate space, but now I'm finally moving over to working with the people and the company that I actually want to keep. So with that being said, now you know who I am, but you probably saw that I was a Black woman first and foremost, and that is my existence, and that's the existence of so many people. And everybody and their mama, if they have compassion in their heart, are like, what should I do, right? Not just white people, but there are a lot of Black people who are just so tired, not tired, but just tired of just having to constantly feel as if we have to leap into a space of action in order to defend our humanity, in order to defend our existence. And a girlfriend of mine, one of my best friends, Ashley, and I heard it reiterated again by Brittany Packnett, and they're both articulating the space of, you know what, our existence is our resistance, right? Us living is our protest. Us operating in all of the different spaces, whether it's in corporate, whether it's in social spaces, at restaurants, whether it's in movie theaters, wherever it is, we got to put a little bit of protest in everything it is that we do. We have to show up a little extra, a little safer, a little calmer, a little nicer, a little warmer, a bit more friendly. We can't be too emotional, too passionate. We can't be too angry. So everything we do is a calculated effort on our behalf to present ourselves as full people. Whew. But we're also tired of having to do that. And we have to protect ourselves on a daily basis, whether it's protecting our identity, our image, or even just the way that we want to be perceived, right? Not even just, oh, you know, hands up, don't shoot, right? But we know that is the truth of what we're living. And so Black people, white people, right? Black people, we tired. White people, y'all probably just lost and frustrated for the ones that are willing. And I'm speaking like to my willing white people, okay? And I've had some very willing, loving white people who come to me and say, Shahar, what the F am I supposed to say? What the F am I supposed to do? What? I'm white. I don't even know if I'm brainwashed or not. Can I run this by you to see if this is brainwashed? Okay. I get that and I receive that. And I'm sharing this with everybody is because I am definitely speaking to willing white people as well. We are all looking and searching for different ways in which we can be proactive and have a space of not just control, but feeling like we're contributing something to this movement. Because to be dismissed, to be murdered in the streets, to be chosen as for looting and people angry and setting cities on fire, for that to be the priority over continuous mistreatment, not only just in the judicial system, but also in hiring practices and in buying practices. Like, this is not just about one thing, right? So that's the reason why we're so angry. But when the conversation does come up, it's always about the bad people, y'all, you know. So anyways, I digress. So I am offering, okay, I'm thinking and wrecking in my brain. What is it? What is it that we can do? Where is a good place to start? Because we're all kind of exhausted. And I think that we need to take that energy of exhaustion and then put it towards something. If you guys are looking for something, let me hear you in the comments. Say, hey, I'm looking for a place to be active. I'm looking for a place to contribute. I'm looking for, you know, a place or some way to be able to do more and benefit people around us, right? If that's you, holla at me in the comments, because I see y'all up in the building, by the way. And just so that you know, I have no earrings on. The only thing I did, I put my brows on, right? I took a shower because I was at the peaceful protest for the murder of George Floyd, okay? I was out there and there were thousands of people out there. I was hot, I was sweaty. Jen, you're ready. Holly's ready. Where you at, Facebook? I know you're ready. But here's the thing that I want to kind of bring back to my space of expertise, right? I depend on a lot of thought leaders and people who have had their feet on the ground to kind of guide me and enlighten me in the space of activism. So I look towards them, but then I also have to refer back to my own space of expertise. What does Shahara know how to do? Shahara knows how to talk. Shahara knows how to articulate. Shahara knows how to communicate. Shahara knows for some reason, somehow, not all the time, I'm not saying all the time, but for most of the time, Shahara always has this ability to kind of express certain truths in a way that's eloquent, articulate, and maybe even poetic. That's just the gift that I've been given. I don't know if it's coming across like that right now, but that's typically what it is. So in my space of expertise, it's about now, how do we empower people to not give up on their voice? I had a coaching client today, and she wants to do a better job at creating her story and sharing her story in a relatable type of way, right? And as she's telling me about why she wants to create this story and share this story, the first thing that she said was, oh my gosh, I mean, my story isn't really all that profound. I said, boo-boo. If you're wondering why you're not coming across as confident, is because you're undermining and second guessing the credibility and the excitement that you have about your own life story. If you can't be confident about your own life story and then you already put that out there, you're already telling me, I see why you're not confident and I see why you need help. But do you understand that when you undermine your value and you undermine your worth, that also is a space of undermining the way that your confidence or the lack thereof is perceived? Does that make sense, everybody? You still with me? I'm kind of turned up today, but I wanted to get this message out, and I was trying to do it earlier this morning, but I decided to rework my schedule so that I can go out there to the march, okay? So here I am with this coaching client, and I said, do not underestimate and do not undermine your own credibility and your own confidence by not speaking your worth or speaking your value, right? And I think that she also had a concern of not just expressing confidence, but then I actually had another call with somebody else today, and they were talking about managing their authenticity and their authority. Ooh, Black people, how difficult is that, right? To be your authentic self, but yet still be assertive, yet still be a leader without being tagged as the angry Black woman or the angry Black man or whatever. So really this idea of authenticity and authority, they don't necessarily go hand in hand, right? But you also know that it's important for you to be able to be an authoritative speaker on who you are and what your value is and what your worth is. And I think that there is a space for, if you have not already figured it out, there was a quote, a little meme that talked about, find your form of activism. And my form of activism is to speak on things. And I know that I have not always been the first to come to the forefront to speak on very delicate and complex issues of race relations and racial inequality and racial injustice, when I know that I have the capability to be able to articulate thoughts, feelings, sentiments, and all of that good stuff in a way that a lot of people know they cannot. So my question to you is, one, what is your form of activism? But then two, if you don't really have one, my question to you is, have you thought about your speaking capability, the way that you communicate, the conversations that you are starting? Have you thought about that as being a form of activism? Another young lady fell in my DMs. No, on my post, okay? And she is lovely, white woman, the willing white woman that I'm willing to work with too. But she just said, "I love you. Your words are so powerful." And you know what I did? I told her, I said, "Your words are powerful too. Your words are so powerful, they can resonate with people my words can never. Your words are so powerful, they can land on ears that mine will never. Your words are so powerful, they can influence people I can never influence. Period. So your words are powerful too. So even though mine are powerful, I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna accept that. But yours are too. And the people that you're talking to and the conversations that you're starting and the conversations that you're keeping up, that is your form of activism." Does that make sense, everybody? Y'all in here with me? Y'all mighty quiet. I can't see none of y'all faces. Y'all better give me some hearts or some likes or something. Like, let me know that you're with me. Say, "Hey, girl, amen. I see you in the comments." Yes. Holly says yes. Thank you. I'll take the yes. I'll take the yes. 100%. Thank you. So, in this space, particularly right now, if you are challenged in a space where you morally and ethically want to step up to the plate and help not just move the needle, but almost take the whole needle off and create a new space of measurement in the way that we are accepting the responsibility of holding others accountable for the injustices we see on a daily basis, specifically with Black men and Black people, then if you don't know what else to do, then use your voice as a space of activism. Ignite conversations, if that's the least that you can do, especially for all of my non-Black people. If you know that there's a space of privilege, a space of denial, a space of just being blind to this, even though my words are powerful, in some of these cases, your words are more powerful than mine. And if you choose your communication skills, sparking conversation, talking to those who are a bit more challenged. I be seeing people on Facebook going off, like, "I can't believe that I went to high school with this person." Really? But I do not jump into that conversation. I'm always pleased to see that one of their peers, one of their counterparts, one of their friends are checking them at the door. And I'm gonna leave that battle to them. And then I send a nice little like on what their friends say to know that I support and I got your back. But I can't always have these conversations. Black people can't always have these conversations. There's got to be conversations by everybody. So again, if you don't have a form of activism and you're looking to uphold one, maybe just temporarily until you find your mission and the ways in which you can exercise your expertise to change our society, to invite, and not only just invite, but create solutions for more social justice, racial equality, then you can use your public speaking skills and the way that you communicate as your form of activism. Not saying you have to. You got to figure it out yourself. But in the interim, if you're looking for something to do, if you're looking for a place to create change, to be a part of the change, then you can simply start with this thing right here, your mouthpiece. Open up your mouth and speak to those who some people don't have access to. Speak to those who they may not, want to listen. They may not want to listen to me. Anything I got to say, they're going to say, "Well, what about Black on Black crime? Can you please have a conversation? If you don't understand Black on Black crime, then go online and Google the disparities and the systemic racism that has built an environment that continuously perpetuates and fuels crime in spaces of poverty, which is why Black people tend to necessarily fall into that realm, but it's not because of our nature. It's because of this nation. Whoosh. With that being said, if you also ever feel like articulating yourself, communicating, having tough conversations, expressing yourself, expressing your authenticity, expressing your expertise and your authority. As I throw some of these things out, if you feel as if you don't do your best in the way that you communicate and the way that you speak publicly, then I'm here now offering myself up, which I used to just reserve myself for corporations. But now I'm out here, okay? And it's lining up perfectly because more than ever, we need to equip ourselves with our abilities to communicate ourselves and express ourselves. Because once we start kind of getting in that plateau and we're not articulating and expressing ourselves, we start to fall back into the background. And then the progress that we make, the fire that we desire, the promotions that we want, the positioning that we desire, the change that we wish to be, for the change that we wish to see, will slip through our fingers. So there's this program. Oddly enough, I came up with this name a long time ago, but the name of this program is called Privilege. And I say that privilege is this coaching program. It's what I call a virtual coaching collective. And it's for public speaking and effective communicating skills, improving those, right? And I developed this program and I called it Privilege. And it's for those who were not born with privilege, not born white, not born rich, not born into a family that already has a fully functioning business where you can just go to work for the family, not one where you have parents where they are extremely influential and can just introduce you to somebody and they can get you a job. I mean, we know how privilege affords opportunity and access to some, but deny, because we don't have the privilege, to others. And in this space, my effort to leveraging the playing field of privilege is to use our God-given talent and ability of opening up our mouths and speaking up for ourselves and being advocates for ourselves. To be able to walk into rooms and confidently speak to the people, the decision makers, the gatekeepers, the people that say yes, so that you can leave a lasting impression, perhaps despite their own implicit bias, but opening up more room and space for you to be seen, for you to be heard, and so that opportunity, that favor, and that access that you desire to make a difference in your business and so that you can grow professionally can come to you more easily and effortlessly by exercising the way that you speak and speak publicly and the way that you communicate. The name of the program is Privilege. And I'm accepting new applicants. So you got to apply. I got the link, Instagram, head to my bio. There's a link there. And then you can see the link for Privilege. And it's an application. I want you to fill out that application if you feel it's time for you to improve your public speaking skills. If you want to use the skill sets that you already have and improve upon the skill sets that you already have in order to level the playing field of privilege so that you can invite more access, opportunities, favor, and invitations, connections, and network so that it can land you in better positions, put your products on some shelves and all of that whatnot, then Facebook, it's in the comments or like kind of in the summary. That's the link. Instagram, head to the link in my bio. Fill out the application. There is no better time to improve your public speaking skills than right now. This is a tool set that you can use as a form of your activism. It can be a tool that you can use as a form of leveraging your career, leveraging your business, growing your business, connecting with family members, standing in rooms, going into networking events, more confident, incredible. I mean, the list does go on. But I wanted to share that with you because the work's got to happen now. And if you don't feel like you can borrow my form of activism because you're not the best communicator, then maybe, just maybe, you should apply. So that when it is time and you want to choose speaking and effective communicating as a part of your activism or a form of your activism, you can now then go into it with a lot more confidence. And whenever you have confidence, we all know what it feels like to feel confident, then something else different happens in your life. There's magic that begins to transpire. So with that being said, If you don't have a form of activism, try opening up your mouth, try having conversations. Black people can't keep having these conversations because they don't land on willing people in the same way that maybe for you, my white sisters, my white brothers, and for all of my other non-Black people, same thing. I know y'all deal with some of the same stuff. And then those same skill sets and the way that you communicate and express yourself also then translate into the way that you propel yourself in your business, propel yourself professionally. And if you want to improve all of that, make sure you click the link in my bio, fill out the application, and all that good stuff. I know in the little 20 minutes that I've been talking to y'all that I probably only scratched the surface on where we are emotionally in these trying times. But I hope that this, for anybody who's watching, shed a little bit of light on the power of starting conversations with your peers. And if you're looking for a form of activism, then look towards speaking up publicly and communicating, fostering conversations. That is a form of activism. See it that way. That is all I got for y'all. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to be back in this thing probably same time tomorrow, maybe a little bit earlier. Where my schedule is, I just can't be keeping up with time. So anywho, I hope this was helpful. I definitely look forward to seeing more of you. Holla at me in the DMs. Y'all have an amazing, like I said, Tuesday. Peace out.